GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklitz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Oh, yeah, baby, 8:05 on a Thursday. Let's go get up and get them in. 314-590-3770. Let it out. Let it out. This is the Lou Information Station live and on demand at louinfo.com. We're live on YouTube, too, by the way. Just go to YouTube, type in Lou Info, and boom, we're right here doing our thing. I told you I'd show up, although it was a late night. I said I'd be here, and I'm here. And I'm going to bring the energy like I always do.
You're a hero.
If I sleep
for being here.
2 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row might be a little different story, but it's all good. It's all good.
You're a hero.
I've done this before.
I've
gone a couple days without sleeping and had to perform.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore. I cannot do that anymore.
I've done it from hotel room with 2 hours sleep.
You walk in here a couple times and you couldn't even lift your eyelids open. You're in Seattle 4 hours before that.
Which sucks doing it remotely where you can't see.
Woo!
For next season, knock wood on that. For next season, maybe we could figure out a way to get me on the stream. Where it's easier. I could see you guys. By the way, if you're watching on the stream, you might not be able to see me because I'm camouflaged.
I like that shirt.
Listen, you didn't know this about me, but I used to be an Arctic soldier.
Yeah. In Siberia.
Yeah. I used to patrol the Alps.
I
the
like
Alps,
that.
The Alps.
I like that. I do.
I was looking for
looking.
lightweight. Can't have something heavy where I'm going to sweat, but it is a little chilly in here when we first get in.
Yeah.
So I wanted lightweight.
This is a perfect weather to wear clothes.
Too fancy on the stream.
Rock,
it
does look good.
Rock? I'd like to know
we
what
look
Rock
close
thinks.
too. What's up?
Rock is like, all right, I'll talk now.
It's
fine.
You could have bought something in one of those like colors, like the whole thing could have been just one of those colors instead of buying camo like it mattered or was necessary.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
Or you'll ever find,
That's the first thing I said to you.
Or you'll ever find yourself in a tundra.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
There are times where I'm called upon to patrol the Alps.
The Swiss Alps.
On skis.
Yes. With a machine gun.
And a little heroin.
True Lies.
Oh.
And a little what?
And a little heroin.
A little heroin? What do you mean by that?
If you're a Finnish soldier in 1945,
oh,
you're skiing through those mountains in white camouflage and a lot of heroin because you got some Russians to kill.
Well, the Russians are on meth and you're on heroin. I'm
Maybe
going with
meth.
the guys
Maybe
on meth. Yeah,
meth.
big difference.
Not heroin, meth.
Heroin, they're like this.
Yeah, you're right. Meth, my bad.
Meth, they're like, where are we at?
I don't know, I said heroin.
And then not sleeping for 3 days.
I have a question.
The Winter War is some of my favorites. Some of my favorites, like stories in history, man.
Scary. Talk about torture.
All of a sudden,
stupid decisions.
All of a sudden, the trees start speaking Finnish.
Oh my God!
I love those stories.
Scary.
I just read that the Russians, and I don't want to get swerving to politics.
Who cares?
I just read where the Russians have lost 1 million soldiers.
Jesus.
Is that right?
I thought they hit that mark a long time ago.
Can they? Is that right?
Do you see any
Russian casualties in Ukraine?
Do you see any more video of like the war in Ukraine?
No, you never see.
Not much. I don't see any.
Every once in a while, they'll like show drones. You know if it's real, and you move on to the next.
Yeah, remember it was in your face 24/7.
Usually, a correspondent reporting from 20 miles away from when it was
breaking it down.
Because war reporting is dangerous and hard to do. So most people do it from a hotel balcony 20 miles away. I don't blame them.
And a lot of times they act like they were in the fire.
Yeah.
And they weren't. And then they get called out 10 years down the line. Who did that?
Geraldo.
Oh,
I think
he's had a couple mess ups, right?
Yeah.
Remember what was
had the vault where
what was that?
They did a whole hour-long special, Al Capone's vault.
That's right.
And here's the thing.
That's right.
If you're being honest, Geraldo was part showman, entertainer, part journalist.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get the shtick. It worked for a long time. It's fine.
Yeah.
But he did an hour-long, I think it was hour-long, live special on network television saying that we found Al Capone's vault. This is the vault where he kept everything, and he had to keep it secret, and it was never discovered, and we know where it is. And they got in there, and it was one empty beer bottle. Like that was your payoff.
I remember because the camera's on. I'm like, okay, here we go.
That was a bootleg. It was a bootleg beer bottle, though.
I'd keep that thing.
Actually, it was root beer from 1968.
According to the UK Defense Intelligence on the 14th of October, 2025, Russia has suffered approximately 1.118 million total casualties since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, including 332,000 casualties since the 1st of January. I don't know. So casualties in war are not deaths.
Okay.
Casualties is anybody who's a soldier who's taken from the front lines is no longer active duty, I believe is like what a casualty is. I think the deaths are more around 100,000 deaths.
I think you could get hurt and you're a casualty, and then you get treated and go back.
I think so. You're right there.
Because I just read somewhere
so the actual
they think that a million. Can you imagine a million? And you know what?
Not just Russian. They're talking about civilians, Ukrainians, and Russians.
Just Russian.
I don't think there's been a million deaths.
I
That's
couldn't
a
believe
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And over what? Like 8 miles?
I don't know.
An 8-mile incursion?
Well, the fact is, I mean,
and they can't
332,000. So I mean, a third of that has happened in this calendar year.
That's a
since
lot.
January. That's incredible.
Like, how do you? And I understand Putin is an evil but very smart guy.
Yeah.
But how do you maintain control over your country where it's a war where you're not really fighting for anything but this territory and you're not getting it?
I'm not going to speak for all the Russians I played hockey with, but they love them. They love them.
Well, they have to.
Panarin didn't have to. He almost got. I don't know what the hell. Remember that?
Yeah.
A couple years ago, where he had to go back, leave the team. Wonder what he had to do. Wonder who he had to talk to and have a sit down with.
I'm saying, I want to criticize Ovechkin, but at the same time, I know so much of his family's over there, so it's like.
What do you do?
I give him the benefit of the doubt that he can't criticize Putin or else his family's going to be in a lot of trouble. And
Putin's going to give him
that, man.
Probably 1 million acres somewhere or whatever they do.
I hope after Putin dies he does the right thing and just I'm going to donate this acreage to the government that can use for a public park because Putin was a bad person and the only thing I said about him was because my family would have been in danger and I understand it.
And then the next guy in line is going to be like, "What'd you say, Ovi?"
Let's hope he.
What?
You better toe the line.
But what if? Yeah. But what if? And because I don't know, and I'm not an agent for Putin. I know he's a bad guy, and if you oppose him, somehow you fall out a window. He's an evil guy. But what if he was able to pull the wool over the population, over their eyes, and he is popular? What if we don't really know?
Are they struggling in Russia right now? I know certain cities when it's freezing cold. Is the grocery store stocked? Is the gas prices gigantic? I mean, they all have the same vehicle over there. It's not like they all drive the same kind of little dorky car. I don't know how they get around with those little cars over there with all the snow. But are they struggling as a whole? I don't know.
It depends who you listen to.
Yeah.
I remember a year ago, Tucker Carlson put out videos Of
You didn't like that?
That's one. It's
You didn't like that?
it's one of the saddest pieces of American journalism I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, he went into a grocery store.
It was pathetic.
They had everything.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's because they staged it that way. Because that's what Russia does.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. And
he bought it, hook, line, and sinker. Look at this. Oh, my God. You would never see an American grocery store like this. Donor Chinooks on Clayton.
Now, if you recall, I said at some point I thought Tucker went off the deep end. That was part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious you're being surrounded by intel
Here,
agents,
come look at this.
and you should know that. I would assume. But so my thing is, I don't really know what the economics are in Russia or in China. But how are you going to find out? Because they will disappear you.
Yeah. I think if you go to China and you walk down Hong Kong or Shanghai and you look at the infrastructure, you're like, somebody's doing something.
But they say outside the cities,
you go back in time.
It's poor.
You go back in time.
People's
the
lives
deeper
are
you
living.
get into China, you go back and you see the people like living like they're back in the 1700s.
The only thing I can say, because one of the things that we struggle with, I think, collectively in this country is no one believes anything anymore.
There it is.
We don't believe, if you're on the right, you don't believe the left. If you're on the left, you don't believe the right.
Nope.
I don't even believe what I read anymore or see unless I vet it like video, right? But the one thing I do still believe is
children are our future.
Well, that's number one.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering that.
Yeah.
But also, there's no place I'd rather live than the United States of America.
And no one's ever convinced me otherwise.
You would think that's something we can all bond with.
I agree, man.
As we go get our cappuccino and frappuccinos.
What the hell was that last night? Blues suck. Mizzou sucks. Cardinals suck. City sucks. Battlehawks suck. We suck. Everybody sucks. Hey! God!
Except for the United States.
Yeah, America. USA.
I want to see if Rock chimed in on that. You did. Good for you.
I know. I was
watching.
Rock, I love it. Oh, man. Okay, last night, let's see here. What can I get? Yeah, not good. Not good. Hofer was terrible off the bat.
Well, it was tied at 2 after they were down 2-1.
Yeah, they were letting guys squeak by him and stuff like that. Hofer actually made a good save on a breakaway on Bertuzzi. But, you let him that he gets the puck behind the net and just throws right up the middle. I know Bucci was there. He spun off a guy, spun there, kind of turned the other way, right to one of their players. Boom, empty net. Okay, well, that's depressing. Then he lets in that squeaky one, too. Guys crawled back, and then the floodgates open. I'll tell you this, man, Chicago, they're taking another step this year, I'm feeling. They got some big defensemen, and they got some young kids on that team that can fly. And Connor Bedard looked pretty damn good last night, too. You could have met him. You could have met him the other night, and you didn't.
No.
You would have been his buddy. No. You would have been his buddy. Sunquist came up to me and said, how's Rockio doing? I go, he's doing dang good.
I love to hear that.
Dang good.
Listen.
How do you know Sonny?
Not blowing up the spot.
He does.
I've
partied with them.
I've hung out with Sonny a few times.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
I know.
He's a great guy. He
would have been Bedard's friend too.
He's him and like Cam. Like you if you hang out with both of those, you will walk away thinking that every hockey player you meet is going to be the most down to earth, relatable person on the planet. Because those two people are two of the most down to earth, relatable people on the planet, despite being professional hockey players.
Most hockey players are most.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool for the most part. Yeah, you'll get a guy. Okay, you'll get a couple guys here.
Yeah, we'll get somebody.
You'll get a couple guys.
Yeah,
where I'm like, just.
The key.
I kind of want to fight them.
Here's the key point: you're both from small towns that aren't supposed to produce NHL players. Boden, Sweden.
Where's
he's up in Boden, which is way north.
The hell up there.
Way north, almost at the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people, a lot of hockey players from Sweden. Not a lot of them are coming from the Arctic Circle region of Sweden. You're the first one to ever come out of St. Louis.
You're damn right.
So like,
screw you, Pat LaFontaine.
It's different when you have some kid who maybe grew up in Montreal or Toronto. He played for the London Knights.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a football player in that he's been pampered and he's been told he's the greatest for the last 15 years of his life.
Yep.
Those hockey players might be a little bit different.
It's more the East Coast wealthy
the
kids.
Kid getting paid $500,000 to play for Penn State this year.
Gavin McKenna.
Yeah. He might, I don't know.
Where he got, but a lot of kids, because hockey's so freaking expensive. It's so time consuming, and it's like it consumes your whole life. If you really want to go to the next, I'm just like, looking at the guys that I know that are my age that have kids, they're all into hockey, and they're at the rink every single day. Little Ty, Strickland, he's at practice right now.
Yeah.
Before he goes to school. And then after school, he's got practice, and he's going to Boston this weekend for a tournament.
God,
it's non-stop. But you have to have money. Yeah. You have to have time. You have to have parents that are willing to do that. And a lot of times these kids are coming from the wealthy areas now on the East Coast. So it's not as blue-collar anymore as it was when you got guys from Saskatchewan, Alberta.
But like, I'm just thinking it's like, man, and because the other hockey players that I've gotten to meet through you, it's like Patty, obviously, Salty Earth,
Oakville,
Chris Weidman, an incredible dude to hang out with. I mean,
he's a little fancy.
But still, he's still, even so, comparatively, I think just hockey players are just down to earth, fun guys to hang out with.
Yep, I agree. I do. I agree with that. That's why a lot of them are still my buddies, and it's good to see all those guys, man.
Again,
like my former teammates up in the press box last night, Jamie Langenbrunner, all those guys are up there, man. It's just cool to shoot the breeze with those guys.
As Chaser said, though, the boys from Canada that are not from the rich areas where the parents have to drive in a car with them for 2 hours.
Yes.
A lot of parental time.
I think 2 is the shortest trip.
Guys, like from Redwater, Alberta. And it's like, you look up, I remember playing juniors and you're looking up, like, who's their tough guy? Oh, where's he from? Redwater, Alberta, 6'4", 240 pounds. I'm like,
I don't want
this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's
Redwater, Alberta. He's a farmer.
That dude was.
His daddy's a farmer.
That dude was baling hay. Between hockey shifts,
and he's got no teeth, and he's looking at you like, "What are you going to do?" Like, I wrestle moose.
He's got that. He's got.
Like, all right, let's go.
He's got that corn-fed musculature. Oh no,
scary, tough Canadians, man.
Speaking of the Canadians or who they sent down south. People are calling for Kessel to get the next start for Mailloux.
I agree with that. Kessel's been waiting in the weeds. Yeah. He's been pretty solid. He was okay in training camp and some of those preseason games. You got to throw that all out the window because those games are so scrambly anyway. But Mailloux's struggling, man. Now listen, they all struggled last night, but him in particular, he's getting walked. He let guys kind of creep behind him. They knew what to do there. Those 2 young kids, Nazar and Bedard, just waiting, and they expose him multiple times. And he's not doing enough offensively to kind of make up for that. So I do think that he's going to have to sit in the press box. But if you tell me that sitting in the press box, you learn a lot from up there. You don't. No. You learn from playing. You're pissed at the situation, and you want to get back there. That's what you learn. You learn to be pissed and embarrassed walking through all this last night.
Why? Because you have to stand behind Joe Roderick to get popcorn?
No. Yeah. And you pissing next to him, too, while he's writing a story about how bad you are. Seriously. You're taking a piss next to the guys that are like literally. I mean, it's not fun. It's not a fun situation. You're not part of the team. It's worse when they're winning and you're up there. No offense. I mean, not to be like that, but and you kind of go down. You're celebrating with the guys, but you're not part of it. That's when you get depressed.
But here's the thing, too. Like any pro athlete will say, a good teammate is happy, even if a guy replaces you and is doing well. You're happy if the team's winning. And I think to myself, publicly.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't
that.
Even look at me and say, I'm glad this guy that they called up is playing pretty good and getting the puck out of the zone. I'm happy for you.
I'm not. I'm helping him.
No, I'm not. You're going to lose me money. This is business.
Cam,
I want you to toe pick. What?
Cam, Chris Pronger weighed in this morning on the Twitter tweets. Kudos to the Blackhawks on a stellar performance last night. Bedard, Nazar, and company were like rabid dogs. Highly competitive. Man. They can keep this style up all year. They might be there at the end. If you're the St. Louis Blues, you cannot wait for Saturday to right those wrongs.
Ooh, Prongs throwing bombs. He's right, though. He's right.
Who was it, though?
What the hell happened last night? Good.
Hindsight.
Packed house, too. That's twice in a row, packed house.
Yep. 5 goal losses. Back-to-back 5 goal losses.
Fights in that game? Anybody right? I know Walker hit Bedard late in the game at center ice. But at that point, put somebody downtown, Chinatown, a little bit earlier in that game and set the tone. These fans are just waiting for something like, let's go.
Hindsight's 2020. I can't remember who it was, but it was like literally, Rock, 3-4 games into young Connor Bedard's career where someone labeled him a bust.
Why did I say that? Well, what did I say? Was I joking?
I think
because I'm obsessed with that.
I think he was like -8 in those games, and that's why. I mean, he's -80 across the first 2 seasons. Yeah, but the bottom line is, if you look at his numbers, he's trending up to that. He's going to be a point per game player by 21 years old.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's going to sign for $25 million a year.
That's stupid. Point per game player by 21 years old is
he's
stupid.
He had nobody with him. Nobody with him. Now all these young kids are starting to creep up. He's got a Pang dog. Those guys are probably hanging out.
Panger knew where to go.
How many commercials has Panger and Bedard done in Chicago, I wonder?
Oh, probably.
I mean, Bedard does something, and all of a sudden Panger pops out of nowhere like, I'm here. Remember, he was on like 10 commercials in a row here.
I can't react. I don't know how to react to the Blues letting go of 2 broadcasters and those broadcasters immediately going to Chicago and LA. Like, yeah, sorry guys, we can't make this work in St. Louis anymore. You're just gonna have to find some other job. Okay, I'll fall back on markets number 2 and 3 in the nation after getting booted from market 23. Insane.
All right, but I could be wrong on this because I'm not really in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Panger was a different situation than JK.
Yeah.
Panger's
getting a lot of money right now.
Panger was a different situation than JK.
Panger was in control the whole time.
Good for him.
No, like control the whole time. Remember, like 5 years before that, we were working together, Rock. And remember that his contract was up.
Yeah.
And he kind of held him to the fire with what did he tweeted something out?
If you can do it, do it.
Remember, he tweeted something out and it blew up. And everybody's like, Panger. And then they're like, okay, what's up?
I respect that.
You know, he did.
Breaks my heart.
All I'm trying to say is it might have been different situation.
It was a completely different situation. Like, come on.
From what I hear,
you know, get your head out. It is what it is. Completely different situation.
Still hilarious to me.
Oh man, our QAnon king, also known as Little Dipper, needs to make a celebrity appearance. Barbroni, I'll text him. See what he wants to do. I don't know if he's in DC cleaning up the streets. I don't know where Sir Nathaniel the Great is.
Cough button's moving on to baseball. Wah! He yelled at me. When did this town get so damn soft? War damn still.
More to the story than that.
Yeah, the Kevin Acee article all but confirmed pretty much every rumble or murmur that you would have heard about Schilt's time in St. Louis was all but confirmed by Kevin Acee. If you hadn't been paying attention to anybody talking about Mike Schilt in the last 4 years, if you've been paying attention, everyone's kind of been intimating to the facts. And now
in St. Louis,
yes, and now Kevin Acee's article in San Diego. Reverting back to he didn't learn his lessons, and he has comments from people in St. Louis who were here in 2021. So now everything you heard,
who went on the record,
has now been confirmed. No, it was nobody was named on the record. But it was all sources.
You heard rumblings about this side of Schilt when he was fired. Yes. I thought it was more like he had differences. That was the narrative.
Do you think the philosophical differences was? I like to steal second base, and you don't.
No, with Mo, and Mo's like, no, we can't. We have to be on the same page. But it was really he was a dick.
Listen, there was a lot of people that knew what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's going on the record. But I will say this: I like Schilt. I hope I hope it ends up well for him. I hope he, learns from this. Good guy, and always treated me well, so I'm not killing him. But let's be honest, Mo took the bullets on him.
He did.
And people say, well, it's a personnel thing. He couldn't. He could have leaked it,
dude.
He could have leaked it.
And I'm respect and credit. When me and Randy were breaking all these quotes down, a lot of the comments we were getting in the live show were, you know what? I got to go back and apologize to Mo for my comments because he clearly was in the right. It makes sense. If this is all true, if the exact same attitudinal problems and disrespecting your support staff was happening here in St. Louis, then he was completely justified. There was a lot of that yesterday from the St. Louis fans.
Someone had intimated that. And has been intimating that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know who.
I tell you what, though, a little respect for Mo there. He ate it and was eating it from everybody. Everywhere he went, he was getting chirped on every single station for years.
And again, just to be clear on this,
respect,
right? Mo couldn't say anything because it's a personnel issue. I know a lot of guys who would have immediately leaked it so they don't have to wear it. And Mo wore it.
He wore it like a man.
Oh, Schilt wouldn't listen to you. You want to dominate the manager, right? That's why Schilt's not here. It's Mo's fault.
Mo's fault.
He took the bullets.
He did for years.
And I'll say this again. It doesn't really change my opinion of how Schilt treated me. He was great. And I know he's a good man overall. But there were some issues on how you deal with it.
And you know what? More and more is going to come out about him.
Well, I mean, John Heyman had the disrespect to his coaching staff got so far that there was almost a fight at one point. That's what John Heyman in the New York Post had.
Jesus.
And there were rumblings about which coach it was. So, interesting to me. But AC did have he did have anonymous comments from people who worked in St. Louis in 2021 who said that people were willing to leave the Cardinals coaching staff if Mike Shildt wasn't fired.
Damn, dude. And it's one thing to kick your assistant coaches in the ass. Yeah.
And for me, it's
a shame.
It's the anecdotes that in the article said there were multiple examples of essentially the same anecdote, which was Shildt would get finished yelling at a support staff member or somebody lower on the rungs, would turn heel, walk into the locker room with a huge smile on his face to greet all the players. Oh yeah. And it's like I understand why a guy like I understand, and he's talked about why he has so much respect for the players as a guy who never played at a high level, but I don't have a lot of respect for people who don't have respect for people lower on the rungs.
Boom.
That's where that's like one of my hard lines where I can't respect you if you can't respect the people who are below you.
Exactly.
And
right.
that's
exactly right.
That's a really worrisome, problematic thing to hear being reported on his time in San Diego and the intimations that he didn't learn his lessons and committed the same mistakes in San Diego that he made in St. Louis. That was also a big part of the article. A lot of the writing was saying he didn't learn and made the same mistakes in St. Louis that he made in San Diego. And then they laid out the mistakes he made in San Diego.
There it is. But so Putty Chains chimes in and goes, why did no St. Louis reporter write this story?
Because they couldn't get anyone to go on the record. So if you're a support staff, say trainer, you ain't saying nothing.
No.
You're a coach. You don't want that you're elite.
It's baggage. Yeah.
So I think there was probably some reporters that understood what was going on. Probably couldn't get anyone to go on the record, but someone could have said,
"Hey, there's more to this story or whatnot."
I see reporters tweet out opinions all the time, and I think part of it too is that everyone likes Shildt, but maybe didn't want to be the guy to wreck them, even though they understood. I don't know, because there's a lot of good in there too.
I mean, like I said, my point was like if you've been listening to people have made comments and what they could say without crossing lines.
Ooh,
sometimes you have to read between the lines
people,
of what people are
articles
saying
and tweets.
No, more just if you listen to interviews, if you listen to people's comments. Heck, there are probably some things you could read between the lines as well.
I think I intimated it.
Yes. Yeah. And 100%. I think I also listen. Another thing is very crucial here. Multiple times when asked about this situation, John Mozeliak said Mike Shildt is free and open to talk about his side of things as much as he wants. Right. And Mike Shildt never did. So the Cardinals covered their side of things, and they said, and the other side was open to talk about it, but the other side never got real honest about it. And the Cardinals clearly, I think the bigger thing is that maybe San Diego, because it was him retiring or him leaving, maybe they didn't have a week or two to plan about how to keep things quiet.
Also, wasn't really a retirement. He retired from that job.
Yeah, that job. Yeah, he resigned from that job, and so I wonder if there's maybe some like timing and control aspects of the narrative that one group was able to control and another group hasn't been able to, and that's why we're getting the reporting we're getting.
Yeah, Shildt, by the way, loves baseball. Like that's his.
He's going to keep. And he says that he will not manage again, but he wants to be in player development. And I asked Randy this: should the Cardinals look at bringing him back in the player development side? What are your thoughts?
I'd have to talk to him and see where
he
is.
Yeah,
you would dip back into him after all this comes out.
The guy clearly knows.
I know.
He clearly knows how to coach baseball.
But he's clearly toxic.
Well, if he's not the manager and he doesn't have a modicum of power, and you just say this is
toxic is toxic.
Toxic is toxic. You're right.
That would be a weird.
I don't know if he is.
No,
I mean I don't know.
No
if
way
he would be. I'd have to talk to him. I would never shut a door because guys learn their lesson. I would have to talk to him. But I will say this too: for a guy who loves baseball, back with the Padres, put him on a winning track. Credit where credit's due.
5 years, 5 playoff appearances.
When you asked him about
17 in a row
about coming back to St. Louis, even when it wasn't his first time, we'd always do that. You could see he would get emotional because he was a Cardinal through and through. That's all they gave him. I mean, he was coaching like a kids camp type thing, and then the Cardinals gave him a shot, and through his own work and determination and willingness to learn, He went up the ladder. So obviously
he had everything on his plate, though, man.
But my point is, after all that time, you still ask him about his time in St. Louis as he's managing a very good ball club in San Diego, great place to live. He would still get emotional. So he's got love for baseball, but also love for the Cardinal organization that I don't think he ever shook.
Yeah. Well, you can't be dicks to people. You had everything going great for you, and you just couldn't help yourself, apparently. Mo was on a different radio show and said he was advised legally not to comment on the situation. That's why it never leaked. Schulte would have taken them to court.
I heard.
Danny boy, what's up, homie?
Listen, Jim's shaking his head. I heard similar things from multiple people on the Cardinals side as well. That's all I'll say.
If you want to get a story out, you leak it. I mean, it happened to the damn Supreme Court, right? With an opinion.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me, and meantime, you have reporters sniffing around your clubhouse in mass every game. You can leak something and it would never come back to you. Never. I don't care what the legal ramifications are.
Why take the risk?
Can I be honest?
But why take the risk?
If you're John Mozeliak and you're wearing it, you can't get along with a winning manager. You're the problem. My guess, and it's not like I haven't talked to him a little bit about it. He just didn't. He could have leaked it. It would have been the wrong thing to do. He could have gone away with it. He could have done it. I would say most guys would have. He just didn't think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he could have.
He couldn't say anything legally.
Oh, let's see here. He was in the organization for 20 years, didn't seem to be toxic until he disagreed with the direction of the team. Just saying, Gino.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true either.
Or the toxicity wasn't apparent until he had 40 people working or 100 people working under him instead of
your true colors.
Like when you're in player development, you have 12 people working under you, and they're all scouts that no one in the organization talks to but you. No one's going to know if you're being toxic. Yep. But when you have the entirety of the organization below you in two different cities, well, that's a little bit more apparent. Like, and that's why it was one of those things where, like, I was willing to say the disagreements he had here in St. Louis, it might have been just because it was his first run through. It might have been because maybe he was just too emotionally tied to it because of his love of the Cardinals, and he was like but now seeing that it happened in a second place, it does make you look at all those stories with a little bit more concreteness of, tells you who the guy is a little bit.
A couple cleaning ladies are here. We need them in here.
Couple things on that. If you're a trainer in AA, you think you're going to say something?
No, exactly.
This isn't about like when obviously the Cardinals like this guy because he's moving up the chain. You're an assistant coach. You're going to say something?
No, exactly.
No one's going to.
And that's why you guys are probably right. Is that the toxicity didn't come out because he was lower in the rungs. Now bringing him in even lower on the rungs probably wouldn't be a good sign because there are going to be people below him.
Right. And the other thing is, what was going on in San Diego didn't take a lot of people by surprise.
Yes.
Okay. There were some people
because everyone
might have even told you off air, off the record,
because
this was coming.
Everyone had heard what had happened here, and I think everyone was like, "We'll give him a year just to prove that he's grown." And then probably after the first year or so, it was clear that he hadn't grown out of that level. And credit to Mike, or not credit to Mike Schill, but in fairness to him, in the article, he poses this all as he couldn't agree with everybody, and that's why he's leaving. And he framed a perfectionist who just can't deal with a lack of perfection from other people. But the problem is that, like, I've dealt with perfectionists who know how to be good leaders. I've dealt with perfectionists who don't know how to be good leaders.
So have I.
That's the fact of the matter. Is like there are clearly
who wasn't a good leader.
He's the level of a perfectionist who is not a great leader.
Is a perfectionist.
Yeah, quite the perfectionist he was.
Who?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Perfectionist. No one's perfect. No one. I mean, baseball is a game of failure. That's right. That's the old saying.
Yeah.
If you get a hit 3 out of 10 times, you're an all-star.
But
it's a game of failure. So no one's perfect.
And he was being perceived as thin-skinned. The one thing that is different, I think, from his time here in St. Louis, and me and Randy got into this yesterday, is that a big thing is that it became, according to this article by Kevin Acey, it became a routine that people in the organization would gather around to watch his post games because he would routinely get really thin skin and would react harshly to any questions from the media about the game. And that was the one thing that was talked about in this article that kind of surprised Randy, because he was like, I didn't ever really deal with him doing that in the post game here as much, especially compared to the coach who preceded him here in St. Louis. And so that was a development that, especially over the last year, and that I think was definitely problematic and probably was illustrative.
Yeah, I never saw it. I told you guys, I saw, and every manager gets mad at a question. Usually mine are not the most probing, but they're fair.
But apparently
but one time he did, and that was the only time that I saw him, and this was in a one-on-one. So I saw it, but what I saw was a good guy who was competitive and loved baseball and the Cardinals. So I was surprised when it first came out, but I had been hearing things.
Apparently,
I had never seen it. I mean, so I had been hearing things.
Apparently, it was so prevalent that as the San Diego, when the Padres were here last, as the game was wrapping up, Randy was in the press box, and they started walking down to the presser, and a couple of the San Diego people were like walking down to it, and he was like, "Why are you guys going?" They're like, "Oh no, we always got to watch Schilt's reaction, especially after a game like this." And he was like, "I did not see that coming," and so that change is definitely problematic.
And, the coaches, I don't want to, but in baseball, it's really a small world. It's a small universe. And they all talk. Guys from one organization talked. So everyone knew that San Diego had a problem. That's why when I was surprised to see so many people say, this is shocking.
Yeah.
Because I
know.
Kind of heard some things.
Maybe he was toxic because he's an ultra Protestant religious nut. A lot of people hide behind the veil of the Bible and are nutso crazy people. Shout out to Hockey Bob Babroni.
I
butchered that. Sorry, that was a good text.
I've heard there being some issues with religious personality from a Cardinals manager. Was it Mike Schilt?
I don't care if someone's religious or not. That's not a reason.
Babroni.
You know why? You know why this guy failed or
That's
succeeded?
hilarious.
Because he was religious, or he wasn't religious.
You don't see a lot of people in America come after Protestants. That's a rare one too. You don't see that very often.
Oh man,
a rare shot at the Protestants from the text line.
Schilt came up as a little guy through the system, minor league assistant, etc. Surprising he acts like that when he gets the big job and power.
I think that's probably what the reaction a lot of people in St. Louis would have had after the first couple of years is.
You live in power, you change a little bit.
We thought this guy was going to be the salt of the earth.
Yeah,
just like I just want to be a manager. This is all I care about. But it was taken to an unhealthy level. Apparently,
I don't know for certain, but I'm going to say no on that. I don't think that was it. I think it was this competitiveness. Right inside that maybe you call it a perfectionist
drives
them too far where you're not able to hear outside opinions. You're not able
block
to handle.
Everybody out.
I don't know that. I'm just saying I don't think it's a power play to me that never would fit with his personality. But I could see him, even though again to me he's great. I consider him a friend, but I could see him being so competitive that he wears it too much. Like a lot of guys will tell you as players, you have an 0 for 5 or you're mad about something, you better, next day you got, and if guys can't handle it, could consume them and change them.
That's why the players love him. And that's the one thing that this article also was very clear to get across is that the players loved playing for Mike Schilt. Yeah. There's zero doubt in anyone's mind about that one factor. He can produce ball players. He can develop ball players, especially defensive ball players. If you look at his time with the Cardinals, and he gets them to win a lot of baseball games. 5 full seasons as a manager, 5 playoff appearances. That's not nothing.
That's
not that's the crazy thing is there is a stark dichotomy is that clearly this guy has talent as a baseball mind, but he also needs to figure out a better way to work with his colleagues.
Do you think he's going to come out and respond to this?
I don't know.
Or it's just wait it out.
I think you wait it out if I'm him. And I'm just telling him my interaction. He said I was worn down. Like it took. So I think that probably plays in it too.
It's a grind.
He can't just, we lost, I'm angry and everything. So I think it wore him down. I'm saying this because I think he's still a young guy. And he said he's not going to manage again because of the fact that he does have a track record and the players like him and he develops players. I do think another opportunity would come, but you have to prove if you're Mike Schilt at this point that I can learn from what happened.
Keenan got more jobs.
There's like
over the years.
There's two guys since the 1950s who have a better win-loss record than him.
Jeez.
I mean, guy wins baseball games. So I'm kind of with you on that one, Jimmy. That's why I hope, and that's why I asked the question, because it wouldn't shock me if it won't shock me if in next year he's in a team's. I'm not gonna say he will be. I think in 2026 in a team's organization and player development. It would shock me if a team lets him sit on the bench for an entire year when you clearly know how much talent he has, and he's already expressed the fact that I'm okay with just sliding into a player development role somewhere in somebody's organization.
I agree with that. I just don't think it's going to be with the Cardinals.
No, I
think that's the wrong play.
If I'm him, I'd chill for a year.
Yeah,
I'd get away from it and then slide
sit
back
on a beach for a little bit and
as an advisor
regroup,
or something, and see what happens.
And work your way.
But he's obviously talented, dedicated, and I hope it'd be a third chance, right?
Yeah,
I hope he gets
it. I don't know if I hope he gets it yet until I really know how he treated everybody. I mean, if you're an ass to the trainers, man, I don't know. I don't know if it's that far. It could just be the coaching staff. Sometimes you get pissy with the coaching staff, and you got to kick them in the ass a little bit. But if you're chirping the trainers and you're a dick to them,
that does push
don't want
power
him.
play, right? Like, what can the trainers be screwing up that the perfectionist aspect is where he's losing it?
Listen, sometimes you say I want to ankle tape the certain way.
yeah. You know, or they didn't bring the balls in.
I don't know who said trainers.
Like, he's just support staff. He just said support
But let's say if it is, it does tell you that
he's screaming at the support staff.
The venom kind of hit everybody.
Yeah.
It's
that to me is
about, maybe it's about an outlet. You know, that his outlet for that perfectionism would then just be anger and knowing that he's never going to direct it towards the players because of the way he wants to treat them, and that's why he has that level of respect from them. He outlets it somewhere else, but that's not healthy.
I did walk right past him and kind of blow him off a little bit when I was at a gala. I didn't recognize him without a hat on, and I just walked right past him and talked to Jim Hedman, didn't say hi to him. And I kind of looked back, I'm like, that was Mike Schilt. I look like an ass. No wonder he's mean to everybody.
That's what he said.
I know.
He said once Cam Janssen blew me off,
I
was angry.
I didn't recognize him.
You know what? I hear the real thing where Jeff Albert was like, I need to get out of St. Louis. Cam Janssen gave him a dirty look.
Yeah,
and he said,
I know.
If this guy's going to come after me, I need to get the hell out of St.
Get
Louis.
out of here. God.
Now he's got the soft New York media to deal with.
Oh, God. They follow you around up there, baby. Oh, the cleaning lady who gets to clean Cam's chair. God bless her soul. Shut up, Wombat.
Yeah, she wears a hazmat suit for that.
Oh, man. They got work to do in here. They probably walked in here, and there's just a lot of stuff. We're building this thing up.
No,
so I don't know.
It's really not that dirty. It's like, oh, no, I have to vacuum a couple times.
The article says Schilt is unmarried. Pretty sure he is still married. He's not.
Like Rooster calling into question the entire article from one fact that he got wrong.
All right, let's go to break. Don't go, Elmer Fudd. Oh, man, that was funny when Tuna said that. I will give Tuna credit. That's hilarious. Okay, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships@louinfo.com for more information.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. St. Louis Sheriff Alfred Montgomery is facing new calls to resign after a judge ordered him jailed for violating bond terms. Mayor Kara Spencer called the situation absurd and urged him to step down. Colonel Yosef Yasharallah is now serving as interim sheriff. A woman was shot and killed early Tuesday in a rideshare vehicle outside a mobile gas station in North St. Louis. Police say 29-year-old Trinity Staton was shot by her boyfriend, 31-year-old Jeremy Northcross. After an argument, he's now charged with first-degree murder. A man was hit and killed by a car Tuesday night on Halls Ferry Road in North St. Louis. Police said the driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating. The investigation continues. St. Charles City and County have struck a deal to trade City Hall for major infrastructure investment. The county gets the current City Hall building while pledging over $4 million for road upgrades near the future City Center complex set to open by 2026. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Things look good today and tomorrow. We do have a cold front coming in with some rain on Saturday. For now, we'll stay sunny. We're headed for the low 80s. A little windy overnight with a few clouds and 60. And then we get a mix of sunshine and clouds on Friday, low 80s on the afternoon high. For Saturday, showers and thunderstorms, upper 70s, sunny on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right. Free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Hey, Kat, summer's winding down, but I keep thinking, my backyard is weak, man. I need a pool and maybe even a fire pit.
Cam, you know who can handle that? Merrimack Pools and Outdoors. They're a family-owned St. Louis company, been doing this for 25 years.
They do more than just pools, right?
Oh, yeah. Patios, outdoor kitchens, sport courts, fire features, the whole outdoor package. They'll design it, build it, and make it look amazing.
That sounds like trouble for my neighbors when I start hosting barbecues with the boys.
Exactly. And here's the best part. Free consultations, smart pool features like LED lighting and spa integration, financing options, and they back it all with a lifetime manufacturer warranty.
That's legit. And you know I like local. They're licensed, insured, bonded, and based right here in St. Louis.
If you want the ultimate backyard, head to SplashSTL.com.
Hit up SplashSTL.com for more information and receive a free salt cell included in your package. A $2,000 value. SplashSTL.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen.
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Let's go. Let's go. 8:52 on a Thursday.
You know who's a hero?
Who?
You.
Hofer? What?
Because you're here, buddy.
4 hours of sleep. 4 hours of sleep. Bringing the heat, baby.
4 hours of sleep.
Why?
4 hours of sleep.
Why, when the game is scheduled for 8:30 already? Does puck drop not happen until 8:50?
I don't know.
That's an entire period.
Why is the Central Division
You were there
starting at 8:30? Why would they have it? Why would they even have that?
ESPN.
I know, but why?
ESPN. Because they're in charge, and that's the place that they wanted to do the broadcast.
It was TNT.
TNT, whatever it is. It's whatever the broadcast outlet. Now on FanDuel, like if it's a 1:15 pitch, we say 12:30 because we have a pregame. So 12:30. But I don't think everyone took into account last night when they said 8:30. They meant
8:53
TNT pregame and then the puck drop. I don't know.
Baseball starts on time for the most. Soccer.
It's happening with the city game too. It's like they're announcing 7:30, and then the other day somebody was like, 8:00 game tomorrow, 8:00 game this week, and I go, no, it's 7:30. They go, no, it's not. It's like, God dang it! Like I wish they would tell us.
Really? They said it was 7:30, but it's
7:30 start, but it's because of the broadcast. It's going to end up starting at like 7:52. The exact. It's like almost the exact same thing with what hockey did last night. It's like they say the 30, and then it starts at like 50 something. And everyone's sitting there for 20 minutes after they thought puck drop was going to be at this time. Like,
no, they want the pregame.
What's the circle jerk going on here?
Which I get.
I get that.
But I don't, it was, I didn't stay for the whole thing. I could understand if you had to be there. But I mean, okay, it's not the end of the world.
No, it ain't that big of a deal. It ain't that big of a deal. We got lucky, though, that the game was at 6:30 the other night when it was in Vancouver, so it makes up for it a little bit. Whatever. Terrible game. Terrible game. It is what it is.
I want to see how this looks with the hood on.
You look like you're going to get in trouble.
Fly to the top. Fly to the top. Fly to the top. Jesus Christ.
Looks like you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, Jimothy. Thank God you
put that over. Put a mask on.
Thank God that was in camo and not a solid color.
Man, oh man. Yeah, I guess Renee not leaving Channel 5. I saw all over the place.
Nice man.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Did a good job.
He's the best.
Did a good job.
God, he had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Always dressed sharp. I remember working down there. He'd be like, "Hey, come here.
I'm so
come here.
So
unbutton that and button it up here." He's like, "You can't button the bottom button." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right." What am I?
Thank you, Cam. God,
dude, he got mad at
Rennie because he's a
he
man
got
of
mad
media
at me
with a fashion.
He's like, "Whoa, get over here. Let me look at me." I'm like,
also,
God dang.
While we're doing this, by the way, people, this has been a lost art. When you're standing, you button the jacket, and when you're sitting down, you unbutton the jacket. And if you're walking through like the concourse and you're walking around, the jacket's buttoned.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to cover that really quick.
You know who was huge on that? Tim McCarver.
Oh yeah.
That's because he's a general.
He kind of sounded like Dinah Shore or something, like he had like an old Southern. I love him. Like, hey, Cat, you got to undo that button when you're sitting. Or he get on and say, Cat, you got to unbutton. Because sometimes if you unbutton and you have a gut.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to cover it.
I kind of want to hide things. I want to hide things.
You got to unbutton when you sit down, else you're gonna be pulling at the threads of the
and then it sticks out.
Jacket.
It pops up like this.
Yeah, it pops up. Yeah. So you got to let it breathe.
Sometimes this thing is just
right. So if you have one that has a little room, it actually looks better. But I'm not arguing. I understand your point.
Who had more power than McCarver? He just got. Well, no, he had.
They bumped him off the postseason broadcast.
The greatest story of power on the broadcast is always the way that Claves classified Mike Shannon's power.
That's my bad. That's
Mike Shannon could park his truck in left field and they'd play the game around it.
I know. That's who I was talking about.
That's Claves. That's always Claves' famous take on Shannon, and I think that's just hilarious.
Who had more power than him?
No one.
Nobody, right?
Not the Pope.
He could
no
park
one.
his truck in left.
I'm thinking like guys in the Blues, like, ooh, nobody.
Not Andy?
Andy thinks he does. Andy wants to park underneath next to Chaser.
I would say Big Irish is the exception to the rule because, as we've seen, like, no offense, JK, to me, iconic. Not only that, but family ties.
Professional.
Great.
Professional man, that guy.
No one is safe outside of Big Irish when he was.
That's a really good point.
Nobody's safe.
Like at some point, someo's coming for you in this business. It's terrible.
The ownership things will never not be one of the funniest things that's happened in my entire life. Him just breaking off in the middle of the broadcast that he's heard rumors that they're trying to sell.
Oh my God!
One of the
unbelievable,
and will always be one of the funniest things that have ever crossed my plate in this job.
And then his restaurant.
And
it's unbelievable.
That was so funny.
So unbelievable.
I don't know exactly, but from what I understood, he was paid a boatload.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
Now, worth every penny because he's iconic and people loved. He could run for governor and win when he was around. Beloved.
And he's one of those, you hear about the stories and it's like, some people like, I don't know what it is. It's like people who are just able to like walk through life with this perfect cadence. It's like you guys talk about Rich Gould being another guy. He's walking through life in a perfect cadence. Like he's got the frame rate of the universe down, and he's walking with it.
Yeah,
and we're all
meter.
All of us are walking against it.
Yeah,
we're fighting against it. People like Shannon and Gould, they are the guys who have figured out like the frequency of the universe, and they're walking with it because everything works. Like Shannon could have been a Heisman level quarterback if he had played, if he had stuck with football instead, but does baseball, becomes, like you said, the mayor of St. Louis, could have done anything he wanted in this city. Just like some people just like figure out the frequency of their life and got it going.
And they don't care.
They don't, and that's the thing. You don't have to care in that situation.
They don't. Yeah.
Life seems like it's so Life seems like it's so perfectly fit for you that you don't ever have to care.
Yep. You're just walking on air.
We're walking against the
stream. We're going against the current.
We're swimming up
good
stream.
Assessment.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Is your brand stuck on the sideline? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklitz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Mamdani says it's too early to give President Trump credit for the Israeli-Hamas terrorist ceasefire.
In an interview with Fox News, the Democratic Socialist candidate for New York City mayor says he wants to see lasting peace before any credit is given. Mamdani again says if elected, he would arrest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu if he came to New York based on a war crimes warrant from the International Criminal Court. I'm Chris Garagio.
A federal judge blocked the Trump administration from laying off federal workers during the shutdown. Unions asked the federal court to stop the move, calling the firings illegal. Susan Ilston, a President Clinton-appointed judge, called the layoffs politically motivated. Temporary restraining orders blocking the deployment of National Guard troops to Portland are extended. A federal judge issued the ruling Wednesday as the two orders were set to expire this week. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is considering a stay from the federal government, which could allow the troops to be deployed. The temporary restraining order was extended another 2 weeks, with the 3-day trial set October 29. If the Court of Appeals rules against the orders, they would be dissolved. A new poll released Wednesday shows a tightening contest between Mikey Sherrill and Jack Ciattarelli in the race to become New Jersey's next governor.
With less than 3 weeks to Election Day, Sherrill holds a 6-point lead over Ciattarelli, 50% to 44%. That according to the latest Quinnipiac poll. It's a 2-point swing in the Republicans' favor since the last poll a month ago showed Sherrill holding an 8-point advantage. Ciattarelli holds the lead among independents and men, but Sherrill leads among women by over 20%. The poll follows a trend of a tightening race after an Emerson poll showed the two tied on September 25th. Jonathan O'Halloran, New Jersey.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say: "We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. It's StrongTel.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Her? Me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking. Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
This is the gateway for those who seek more.
This is about me and my legacy.
A vision of greatness yet to come.
I will not rest until I have taken everything.
Step through this gateway and live this wrestle dream. An AEW pay-per-view event. Live Saturday, October 18th from Chaffetz Arena in St. Louis. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers, it's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Wow. 906, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get up and get them in. 314-590-3770. We are live on YouTube. Check that bad boy out. Chat all you want. Just go to YouTube and type in Lou Info, and then it'll pop up, and you'll see our beautiful faces. Hi, guys. What's up, baby? Let's go. Let's go. Let me read a couple of these. Let's see. Your Cam needs to wake the Blues up. I remember back on the old show, Cam stated that he could bag up the whole team. Now, listen. I mean, I could in a fight. That doesn't mean I'm better than them at hockey, but in a fight, I kind of have to like defend myself on that.
How
Reavers there, we got a problem. Like it's going to be tough to deal with.
You're not worried right now. The age difference that Tyler Tucker doesn't.
Oh God, no.
Really?
Oh, him? No. I love him as a player. I think he's he's gotten better the last 3 years.
I forgot.
Come on.
I forgot you have a titanium chin.
Just look.
Like the amount of times that Cam just has a 2-minute fight of him just like it's for me. It's actually the amount of times that I've seen you for just a minute and a half, Rosham, just trading shots to the face, and you just don't go down after like a minute and a half. Yeah, I'd say in a fight you probably bag the whole thing.
He would admit that too. But he's a better player than me, and he's good, and he's perfect for the situation. I love Tyler Tucker, and he hits, and he is big. He's a big farm boy, although he's from Toronto. But like in a fight, like I got to kind of defend myself on that. They're better hockey players than me. It's all good. And don't tweet that out from any of you. Remember we were going to tweet that out. I'm like, no, please, God, just don't. I don't need that. I'll say it. Just don't tweet it. It's all good. Let's see. We lost John Kelly in order to have Candy Dickland and Jamie Rivers on road trips. Seriously, that's not very nice. That's not very nice.
They do a fine job.
Yeah. Jamie's solid. I've liked him and John Kelly together, too. They were great together.
I like how Cam just has no pre-read of the text. It's just straight verbatim. You can't say that.
I can't?
No.
Oh, man, that's funny. Let's see here. Why do all these teams...
No, don't read that one. It's going to go the exact same way.
Oh, my God.
I do think it's funny. I'll admit. I do think Bobby Bo is being funny.
You know, that is hilarious. Oh, let's see.
Candy.
God, they're chirping. I mean, there's a lot of chirping going on. I don't know.
Just calling him Candy is actually enough for me.
It's hilarious. Candy.
Candy's really good. I don't know why.
Oh, man.
It sounds like a stripper. That's why it's funny.
Rock, if you had to bet money if the Mizzou's going to win right now, would you say yes or no? Straight up, straight up.
I'll take Mizzou because there is a little bit of undertone kind of storyline here in that Auburn's head coach Hugh Freeze called out one of their captains.
Yes,
and every single player on social media has apparently been like a lot of the players have been posting like their support of the captain.
Oh,
so
man.
That tells me there's a little bit of an issue in the locker room right now with Auburn. So even though I already think Mizzou's a better team than Auburn. Now Auburn's defense showed what they can do in that first half against Georgia last week. I mean, completely just slowed them down and stymied them for a whole half. We saw how Mizzou's offense can struggle in the second half against Alabama. So I'm not saying it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I am very confident Mizzou's going to win this game by 10 points.
Okay. Are we worried about Bo?
You got to be a little bit worried about Bo. In a game like that, when he misses all of his deep shots that are open down the field, when he no longer is able to consistently hit the mid-range and short routes that he was consistently hitting without any like blip at all in the first 5 games. It was legitimately he'd go like 17 for 20 on like routes inside of 10 yards. And they would work as an extension of the running game. They would work as keeping the offense in a rhythm, giving Ahmad Hardy shorter downs to go out instead of it being second and 7 after he'd run the ball. He would have 3rd and 2 or what have you, because they'd be able to eat 5 yards up to Brett Northleet or Kevin Coleman. Those weren't there either. And so the accuracy issues deep, the progression issues short. There's definitely some question marks around Prbula's game.
The things he was making look relatively easy in the first part of the schedule, he didn't do against Alabama. Now, is that because Alabama is much better? Probably. That's a big part of it. Can he rebound against a good team? I think so. I think one game doesn't dictate who you are as a quarterback, but it certainly brings about concern, at least from me. And the other thing I'm a little concerned about, and I know Drink doesn't like being asked about it, but you are seeing his name
I know.
With Penn State.
Yeah. There's a lot of names being brought up.
No go?
It's people are throwing out the names because they just want to get Eli Drinkwitz into a blue blood school, and it's pointless because why would he leave Mizzou,
dude?
They have the NIL money, they have the facilities, they have the stadium.
They love him down there.
Somebody threw out that with Penn State and with Florida State, you get much better recruiting grounds. Freshman recruiting grounds don't matter anymore. Eli Drinkwitz owns the portal. When UCLA had to open up all their players to the portal because they fired Deshaun Foster, Mizzou flipped one of those players. When Arkansas had to open up players, Mizzou flipped 2 of those players. He's winning the portal in the season when these players are first becoming open because coaches are getting fired. He's winning in the portal. He's going to continue winning in the portal, and that's all that matters. I don't care about local ground recruiting. But they're going to get a few freshmen every year. The big question is, can they consistently get the juniors that are leaving smaller programs and continue building this team? And right now, the proof is in the pudding. Yes, they can. There's no reason for him to leave.
You're a true son, so I acquiesce to you, to Brendan Schaefer. You guys know better than me, so I'm not disputing any of that. I'm not bringing this up to stir it up because I want Drink to stay. However, when I hear those arguments, I think to myself, this has to go right, okay? Which is easier to sustain a winning program? If you can go to Penn State, turn it around, then you will own the portal there.
How do I know that?
Because it's Penn State.
How do you know? Am I going to get as much NIL money?
I'm not saying. I guarantee.
Is the fact that they have to pay a $50 million buyout going to cut into my first 2 years of NIL money at all? A dime? Is it going to cut into a dime of my NIL money?
I understand all that. I'm just saying, if you're Penn State and you want to reverse course and be back to being, the powerhouse that you were,
they want
worth
him.
an investment.
Yeah, they want him.
So maybe they would pay out whatever they. And I'm just saying, if you go, all that stuff's taken care of, and suddenly he gets guys and they're good. Which is easier to sustain a winning program? Winning at Penn State, winning at
the
Missouri?
program he's currently at. Continuing that path at the same program, I think, is better.
And again, I'm acquiesce. I'm not arguing.
And I'm not trying to say.
Am I wrong in even considering that?
Because if everyone was starting over, if Eli Drinkwitz was in his second year at Mizzou, you'd be correct. But Eli Drinkwitz being in his sixth year at Mizzou, means that all of that doesn't matter because the money's here, the stadium's here, the facilities here, the players are here. He's got everything he needs to build up and go from here. Going to Penn State, it's not hitting the reset button, but it is pushing yourself back another 2 years, I think, for him. He's got to rebuild the entire program.
Yeah, I understand that. But
and again, you have
a magic pen, and all that's in place. Right? He's back to winning, which is, and that's the only thing I think would make a coach who believes in themselves even jump from a great situation. Which school would it be easier to maintain this?
How much of your thought process here is being affected by what Penn State was prior to 5 years ago, for the last 100 years before that? I don't care about.
That's why you call him a blue blood.
Yeah, blue blood don't matter anymore.
All right,
history don't matter anymore. It's a new era. Adapt or die. And guess what? As far as I'm concerned, Penn State died a few weeks ago.
Okay,
damn. Well, what about the coach for Nebraska right now? He went to Penn State, didn't he? He's getting some attention too.
Yeah, Matt Rule. He's a solid coach who also can't win the big game. Go ahead and pay him a bunch.
Are they saying this degenerate wombat who usually is very complimentary? Is he saying you're not?
He's saying I'm not a true
because
son
you don't go back.
Because I don't go back to Columbia.
Go back. Take in a game.
I agree, dude. I don't like that attitude. You got to squash.
It's my attitude.
I
It's
know.
not yours.
No. You're right. But I feel like you would be better off if you squashed that and went down and had a dang good time. Brought Rachel, do your thing.
Well,
go to your old watering
the
holes.
bigger issue is that it's harder to have a damn good time down there now. Now I have to buy a hotel room. Like
that's fun.
Going down to Mizzou was a lot more fun when it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Now it's like it's almost like a legitimate mini vacation. It's like you're gonna have to spend a few $100 on a hotel room.
Yeah,
you're gonna go to the bars and you're not doing penny pitchers anymore because it's gonna be Saturday night at game day, which means every single bar is gonna have the priciest options
and
available.
You have to pay to get in there. Yeah, I get you.
I'm just saying it's like there's a lot of. I'd have a blast in Columbia. Part of the emotional factor of not wanting to be reminded about a bunch of memories I don't want to be reminded about is one factor. The other factor is
money.
Now it costs a lot more to visit Mizzou, whereas when I was 26 and I had the same issues, although half of the issues I'll say, because I made some mistakes after I was 27. Like when I was 26 and I still had a couple friends living in Columbia that I could crash on their couch. I mean, it was a dirt cheap trip with a lot of fun. I still had fun going out to the bars. Now going out to the bars, it's going to be fun, but it's going to be more like it's going to be chaos. I'm going to have to find a pocket of other 30-year-olds at that bar to not feel like I'm being a creeper and like hanging out at
You
a
might
bar
as
with a
well-
bunch of 21-year
Take
olds.
your girl there, and then you're not a creeper.
Yeah, but then it's just me and her sitting in a. Like, if there's not a ton of people, then it's just me and her sitting in a bar surrounded by a bunch of 21-year-olds. It's kind of an odd situation to be in.
I agree.
I'm not saying
with
I wouldn't hate it. I like the idea of being surrounded, of feeling young again. But
That's why I don't want to go down
It's not
there.
going to be a ton of fun.
I don't want to be a bunch of college kids drunk.
Like,
I don't like that anymore.
Yeah, like
at all.
I'm okay with
Just
being
go
around
to the game.
I'm okay with being around a bunch of 30-year-olds drunk. Being around a bunch of 21-year-olds drunk.
No, I ain't doing. No, Rock. What the
Ooh,
hell
I
am
wanna
I
deal with
thinking?
that.
I ain't going down there.
Tickets
Watch
to-
it from my couch.
And listen, now this is me not planning, but now if I want to go with me, 2 tickets to Mizzou games going to cost me $200.
Yeah, and then hotel. So you might as well go
rest
to
of the
Table Rock
season-
Lake.
Actually, the rest of the season, we're not getting into that game for under 300, both of us. So
It's getting cold, too.
So like, there's a lot of issues and a lot of
I'm
these
not
things
saying
just
go out
complaining.
after the game. I'm saying before the game, go to a restaurant, have something nice to eat, maybe have a beer, then go to the game, then head back.
Yeah.
Or stay over.
Or spend that money doing something you really like doing.
And listen, there's like it would have to be like the perfect like 2:30 game because 11 o'clock means you got to leave St. Louis by like 7 a.m. so you don't get caught in the traffic that builds up on 70 before there. 8 o'clock game's not going to work because I'm not driving back from the Mizzou game at 11 o'clock at night. And so it's got to be like one of those perfect like 3 p.m. games. So you got the time on each end of it. So yeah, there's timing of it. But then there's also the factor of if I want to go to a Mizzou game and I got to drive back that night, like is one of us staying plumb sober?
Yeah.
Come on, that's not fun.
That ain't happening.
I'm almost always the
That
DD.
ain't
Like I'm almost
happening.
always the DD when we hang out, and I have no problem with that. I don't drink a lot, but when
So am I.
when I do drink though, I want to put a bunch back and have and have a really good time, especially if I'm at a Mizzou game. And so now I'm gonna put it on my girlfriend to
No.
drive the 2 hours from Columbia to St. Louis at 8:30 at night while I'm half
Hockey
crocked-
Bob will do it.
while I'm half crocked in the
And charge you a lot.
in the passenger seat. That's not. gonna
What
be
does a beer
situation that works
cost at
either.
Mizzou? Chat line, can
natty-
you help us
talking
with
about
that?
The natty light I buy off the frat party, or like in the stadium. Probably $6 or $7 if I had to guess.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not going to be.
What's
like,
at the Blues game?
It's not going to be the 9 or 13 that it is at the Blues and Cardinals game. but
So at the Blues, it's $9.
it's like $9 or $10. I think.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. If let's say a media person, maybe they have a podcast called Serving It Up. I don't know, but just generally speaking, a media person, and they go, I want to take my son. Anyway, could do you think they would give you passes or
For
you
what,
and your
Mizzou?
son? Yeah,
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never asked them.
because that's why Slew always hooks me up. I love
Really?
Slew, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Or you could just get a little media pass and stand by the like Shafe does, right? Isn't that what he does?
No, he sits. Are you
No,
kidding me?
Shafe got season tickets
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. And then he sells them
because he got
Makes
it.
money.
He got it at a great price. and
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
he got
He
him
did good
like,
on that.
Like
Yeah.
the averaged out is like each ticket cost him like $50, and he can sell them easy for $100. So like he makes his money back just fine.
Bobby Bo says a real swing and a miss for not putting Kelly Chase in the Blues Hall of Fame. Also, come on now, Cam. Okay, yeah, Al Arbor. I mean, you know,
He's going to be in the
He's
Blues
got
Hall.
you got to throw him in the mix. And you got Alexander Steen, you got Barrett Jackman. I mean, Jack's played how many games here? You know, now he's running the alumni. Alexander Steen's going to be
The entire list of nominees is going to be eventually.
Yeah.
Like it's
Wow.
just they all
Well,
have
Chase-
too good of an argument.
Sometimes you want guys to enjoy it.
I bet you Steener was like, okay, you know, he probably was like, let me.
You can do him later.
Yeah, but they got him last night.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah,
saying
I know. Yeah, Chaser, man, he's been in the mix a long time. You know,
he's not doing great.
he's
Health
not doing great. You know,
Let him enjoy it.
I know.
I agree with that.
I kind of agree with that too.
You got time with Steen. He's a young guy.
And Steen's like, Steen just like, get away from me until I start doing stuff.
Right.
You know,
So
he had to do a podcast like with 101. I go, he finally does a little podcast, and I call him. I go, are you out of your mind? You're not going on ours. You're going on there. He's like, Cam, wait. This is part of a thing. He's like, I'm not, you and missing curfew asking. I got you whenever I'm ready to do it. I haven't done anything yet. I don't want to talk about it. Let me get going. I'm like, yeah, you're right on that.
but he had to do it by contract.
Yeah. I called him. I go, what? And Steve Ott too.
You know who throws that in my face all the time? Ollie.
Oh yeah.
But he does it. He's like, I do a pregame interview with Cam Wax. They pay me. FanDuel should pay me. I go, you're right. They should. Now let's do it. Because I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But he will make me wear that.
Yeah.
I go, here's $10.
What do you need?
You want
$20 bucks? You want
$10?
$20? God almighty. Oh, let's see here. Going to Auburn Saturday. Got to bring home a win. Where's Auburn at again?
Mississippi. Alabama. Sorry.
How far down now? Is it by like Tuscaloosa? Because Alabama's a long, boring state.
Auburn, Alabama. I think because Tuscaloosa's in the south part, and so Auburn's I think in the northern part.
You ever go to Gulf
I
Shores?
had to be correct. I'm completely wrong. I got them confused. Sorry. Tuscaloosa is right at the northeastern tip of Alabama.
Oh, so it's
Auburn,
not that far down.
Auburn is east of Montgomery, kind of in the middle of the state.
That state's long when you're driving down to Florida.
Do we have anyone going from our community here?
I have no idea.
Grant will go.
I don't know if Grant's going. We can ask him though.
Hey Grant, we rented you a Kia.
Yeah, he'd go down. He'd walk down there to watch that game. He loves Mizzou. He does. He knows a lot about football. Yeah,
smart kid.
He is a smart kid. Yeah, I like him a lot, man.
When you go to a college football game in the opposing stadium, it's a whole nother animal.
What's the loudest college football stadium? People said Alabama, but that got shut down because now it's all old money and they sit on their hands and they're used.
It's Death Valley. It's LSU.
LSU.
I
heard
it's been LSU since the early 2000s.
Why?
Because I think probably because I think it has a little bit of the Seattle Quest Field thing where like the way it's built, you get a little bit of like people feel like they're over on top of you at the highest levels a little bit. But yeah, Death Valley it's got the real sheer like upwards kind of trajectory on one of the stands. I think Death Valley is still the best.
Was that if you were going to be
or I mean
Ohio State?
I was going to say the sound of Death Valley per person is the best. But when you look at the Horseshoe and the Big House for Michigan and Ohio State, we're talking about $100,000 in each of those stadiums. So like the pure cacophony of $100,000 might be a little bit better than LSU.
It's an entire
I think
city
it's
in a stadium.
I think it's
100,000
all wearing red.
Unbelievable.
And Charlie Marlowe is there.
He's there. He go there? No, he went to Bradley.
Yeah. He's a fan.
He's a fan. He grew up around there. If you're going to be a quarterback for any team, would it be LSU? They got a little bit of everything. Good program, loud stadium, girls everywhere. Is that it?
If I had to be a quarterback for a program, it'd be Arizona State.
Oh, Matthew Rockio.
Let's
Rockio.
just be honest.
I know what you're doing.
All right.
I know what you're doing.
Or like Texas or USC.
USC.
Oh,
I mean, Matt Leinart
oh my
was.
God, Matt Leinart.
He was an LA Playboy. He was literally he literally got to party in LA like he was a movie star.
Yep. And that was before they were making a
Josh Rosen, when he was at UCLA, had a inflatable hot tub in his dorm room as the quarterback of UCLA.
Oh my God.
With the nickname Chosen Rosen.
It's better than even playing in an NFL. I mean,
Matt Leinart will back that up for you.
Who was I talking to about that?
Now you get paid.
Like, no, man, like playing college, like you are in the spotlight. And it's all people your age and girls your age. You go to Jacksonville, like you walk into a bar, you're like
the kid in Penn State, who's signed, he's getting $500,000 plus in NIL to play Penn State hockey.
Yeah, Gavin.
I mean, he's walking around State College like. I mean,
and you know what else he's thinking about?
Throwing bands in the air.
You know what else he's thinking about? I don't want Buffalo Sabre. I don't want to play for the Sabres yet. I don't want to play for the Sabres. Oh, they had a big win last night. Jesus. Kind of slapped a Chaser's face, if you ask me. He should have automatically been put in.
Kevin Ethick says, Rock, the Cajuns are much louder than the Northerners. He's talking about the Raging Cajuns, and no, they're not. Death Valley's number. I'm sorry.
No.
You can give me this whole, we're a smaller program, but we cheer harder. We're real fans, unlike the Blue Bloods guys. It's LSU. Like, you can try that with a lot of other programs. You're not going to convince me that LSU isn't repping the way they have been for the last 20 years.
When are they going to shut down these contracts where you're buying these coaches out for $50 million? Like, what is that going to ever stop? What is going on with
that? As long as your boosters are willing to put the money together to get a new coach and ship that other one out, why do you care? I mean,
I'm just curious.
The Texas A&M board, the legendary Jimbo Fisher buyout, which was, God, I want to say it was almost $70 million.
Oh, God.
Board of directors got together. A couple big boosters said, we don't want him coaching our football program anymore. We got it covered. We'll make that $70 million happen.
Oh, my God, dude.
Now we haven't heard that story from Penn State, so I'm sure they will find a way to get it covered so that it doesn't eat into their NIL budget for the first couple of years or the overall budgets. But
What was the biggest
We'll
buyout
see.
going? Was it Lane Kiffin, 100 something? I thought I saw somewhere $100 million. Can he get fired? That's what I want to be. That's what I would. If I'm reincarnated, it's going to be a college coach. That's it.
Lane Kiffin has what?
I saw. Maybe not him.
Sorry, Texas A&M paid $76.8 million to Jimbo Fisher. $77 million.
Jimbo.
And is it lump sum or do they pay him off the remaining years of the
something
contract?
tells me, well, because most of these contracts also have offset language. And that's something that we've heard about James Franklin. And there was an issue with Brett Bielema. Arkansas, I don't know if they sued him, but they threatened to sue Bielema for not upholding his end of the buyout agreement, which is essentially you have to try to get a job that will pay you the most money because then we only have to pay the difference. But then Brett Bielema took a very low-paying job as a Patriots quality control assistant, and Arkansas was like, "You're not trying hard enough to get a higher-paying job. You took a low-paying job on purpose.
Really?
Get a higher-paying job."
Good luck proving that in court.
Exactly, and I don't think they ever actually even took him to court because it's it's slippery slope. So there's always the buyout language. So like James Franklin, if he gets another job, Penn State will hope that that job wants to pay him $6 or $7 million, so that they only have to pay him.
And he's not getting that.
No, he won't. The biggest, according to College Football HQ on SI.com, so I guess according to ChatGPT, because it's SI.com, apparently Joe Cox wrote this. Kirby Smart has an $118 million buyout. Lincoln Riley at USC has a $90 million buyout. Kalen DeBoer is at 70. Sarkisian's at 64. Mike Norvell at Florida State at 63. Brian Kelly at 62. Cristobal, 61 at Miami. Dabo Sweeney has 60 million at Clemson. We obviously know James Franklin's was at 56 million in Penn State. Nebraska has Matt Rule down for 56.28 million.
God,
so I don't even win.
I don't see Lane Kiffin in that list. But I wouldn't.
It's a hard gig,
wouldn't
man.
surprise me if Lane Kiffin had a big one.
Would you rather be a college coach or NFL coach?
College
everything.
The problem,
I mean, come on.
I bet it's a lot like trying to make partner in a law firm. Like before you get to that spot, you have to work and it owns you. Your job owns you 24/7 for a number of years. Because even as a new head coach, you still got you got to fire up the chopper and drop it down at a high school game on a Friday.
If Lane Kiffin's fired before December 8th, his buyout's $37 million, but his buyout jumps to $44 million after December 8th of this year.
Lord,
and I'd like to know, they pay you lump sum or do they pay it out like over however long the contract was? Right?
I imagine you get paid out on the terms of the contract. So the exact payment terms that they gave you, you get paid at the exact same level every 2 weeks, whatever it was going to be.
So imagine that, and then they tell you, no, you have to go look for a great job. No, I don't.
Yes, Peter Smith's in the chat, and he's put it all. Yeah, he was required to get a job. If it's under $8 million each year, they fill in the difference. But if he gets a job that pays him like $500,000, they're gonna be bitching at him.
Renee is a great dude. I love how Cam always said his name wrong. Rennie?
It's Rennie.
It's Rennie. It's not Renee.
Did I call him Renee?
Yeah.
You said it like that to have. I think you're like trying to have fun with it.
No,
Renee.
No. It's not drinking.
It's Rennie.
I'm trying to get that right. I
am
the worst.
You have for a decade that I've known you called him Renee. It's Rennie. And he's a good man.
Great guy.
What an awful business.
Oh, yeah, it is. And you can't get another job for a while if they fire you. You know what Charlie Marlowe was saying back in the day? Like you can't even.
I don't know if they fire you, but there's non-competes in place. I don't know what the terms are when you get fired.
I just feel like everybody comes and goes for the most part. It's kind of revolving door. They go here, then they jump to there, and they jump to there.
Hopefully, we've entered a new era of America where we no longer have to talk about non-competes.
Unbelievable. Isn't that unbelievable?
The fact that was ever legal is so disappointing.
So what are you supposed to do?
But it was under the premise that maybe existed years ago that like stations would treat you like a prospect. And coach you up and get you cleaned up and buy you some suits.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're a new product and you go down the street with all the stuff we taught you. It's not that way.
Yeah.
It's not even close to that. Like it used to be.
I thought it was a free market economy.
Maybe you put posters up. This is our guy. Look at him. He's great. And all of a sudden he goes down the street. That's what I think there were protections for that.
Okay.
Doesn't exist in media anymore. No one's spending money developing you.
And it's illegal. You can't do it. Thank God.
What was the best decade to be in TV? 90s?
I guess like the 50s through the 90s?
Yeah, 50s through the 90s, I guess.
I think being like one of Ron Burgundy's teammates seemed like that might have been
in the
fun.
70s.
News team.
Everybody's just it's the only thing you're watching. Like you're really like the most popular guy in town because everybody's looking at you. Everybody's watching you.
And there's no
superstar.
social media, so they
Exactly.
couldn't get together and realize, no, they hated you.
Yeah. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, somebody chimed in and says, God, I can't find it now. Oh, so much for the Blackhawks being hapless. Right, Rock and Randy K. They just whipped the Blues' ass in their own home. Yeah, they're going to be different.
Yeah, they were supposed to be they were supposed to be bad this year. Didn't expect that. I don't think a lot of people expected them to beat up on the Blues last night. I really hope the Red Wings are still bad.
I think they're expecting to be a lot better this year.
Yeah,
but
they still weren't going to be a
not in the
playoff
mix.
team,
And well, now I don't know.
I guess not.
I don't know.
Chris Pronger says they might be.
Prong's throwing a bomb out. That's hilarious.
Did you tweet out the Rock tweet this morning?
I
was checking. I did. I'm a hero. I just won. Thanks, Jimmy. Is that virtue signaling?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Of course it is.
Science comes in here as we're talking about college football. Seriously, gentlemen, isn't it time for Drink to win a big game? It's a fair point.
No doubt about it.
He's got to beat a top 10 team.
No doubt about it. That's why that game pissed me off.
What's his record against top 10?
Like, you got to beat an Alabama, man. Like, God. You gotta beat one of those teams. You're still not there. Sorry. That was a monster game.
They had a chance to win. Doesn't that count?
No, it doesn't.
What if they ran the ball a little more?
They could have. Well, I don't know. Man, oh man. Yeah, you're right.
Run the ball.
Run the ball. That's what got you there. Run the ball.
And if you have to not run the ball, give it more of a chance. If you're going to complain about time of possession and everything, you get more time of possession by running the ball than passing the ball.
Is Drink taking
Give
heat?
it a shot.
Is Drink taking heat for that?
Yeah, for not running. Yeah, I think. And he addressed it. You know, here's the thing. He's a likable guy to me. And when he gives an explanation about why something didn't work or why they did things a certain way, it's usually a pretty good one, right? Like,
so he beat Ohio State, but that wasn't really Ohio State.
Oh, in the bowl?
Yeah.
We're not counting that.
Other than that, he's gone 0 for 5 against top 10 teams in the last 3 years.
There it is. You're just
kind of sounds like Bill Snyder at
just
K-State.
not there yet. You're just not there yet. You know who is there, though?
I love Bill Snyder.
Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, baby. The Audi Exchange in Kirkwood. The all-new Audi Q5 Premium is completely redesigned and better than ever. It's Audi's best made better. Now's your chance to drive one home with a 3.99% financing for 72 months at Audi Kirkwood. Embrace the effortless style and exhilarating power of the all-new Audi Q5 Premium. Take your chance and shop their selection at the best Audi has to offer. Go see my buddy Neil and the entire crew at Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road, or shop their entire inventory online at AudiKirkwood.com. Audi Kirkwood, expect the exceptional.
Why do you like Bill Snyder?
Oh, I just thought he was a great coach. I thought he was a lot of fun. They were always consistent. You know, they would have those years where they would kind of blow up and win like 10 or 11 games. He's a Missouri guy as well, Bill Snyder. So I mean, I always like Bill Snyder.
I always thought he broke the code. Cupcakes, bowl game.
Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah.
Also, you talk about a guy who, and I am no expert on K-State, except I covered them a little bit when I was in Kansas City. He was big Irish.
Oh, really?
At K-State.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything. Now,
I mean,
eventually he got older and he was forced out. Then they brought him back.
He had 4 straight 11-win seasons at K-State. In 5 out of 6 years, he won double-digit games from 95 to 2000. That's an unbelievable run.
In Manhattan, which you've ever
He went to the
middle of nowhere.
He went to the Cotton Bowl twice and won one time.
They have purple uniform.
I know.
And then obviously you had to run an 11-12. That was a lot of fun.
What was his record against top 10 teams?
He went.
That's the question.
He went below 500 in bowl games. So.
Here's the other thing. You didn't ask him about injuries.
Nope.
But I did.
Oh, yeah?
I asked him a question about
is he in trouble?
injuries. He tried to snap at me, but I was new and I didn't care.
That's crucial.
And I also asked him about his record against top 10 teams. Didn't like it.
Didn't like that, did he?
But I will say this: the media lunch at the K-State football weekly thing, catered by like the Dairy Association, the best beef you've ever had.
I imagine that'd be the one.
It was like a feast
out there.
But it's in the middle. You got to get people
Manhattan,
to go.
middle of nowhere.
Give him credit for building that up. But
I've been to the campus. I love
campus.
The campus.
Nice.
I love the campus.
The people suck.
And the thing is, for some reason, there's something about Manhattan that the way the wind blows, it doesn't get the waft of cow manure the way that Lawrence does. And so I really prefer Manhattan.
That's a real thing. You ever go up there like?
Yeah, there's that hill. There's that hill in Lawrence, Kansas.
But have you
at the very top of that hill, it just smells
the whole
constantly.
town. Go to a K-State game. Maybe it's changed. It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah,
but I would say they have more. The percentage of overall wearing fan to non overall wearing fan pretty high. Maybe leading the nation.
I mean, them, Nebraska, and Iowa could put together quite the little run of who's got more overall wearers.
Except to me, like Iowa fans didn't wear them. Like honestly, it looked at K-State, and this isn't a shot because they're great people, but it looked like they got right off the tractor to go to the game.
I love that.
But doesn't Iowa have like a children's hospital connected to it or something like that?
It's right next to it, and they always
wave to
yeah,
them?
they wave.
That's
to
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's such a beautiful.
I think that those fans are a little bit more metropolitan than the K-State.
Maybe Iowa State are a little bit more rural.
Bill Snyder, proud
Iowa
William Jewell College alum.
Yep.
Same as Dan Lanning.
Yep.
Is he the crazy coach, Dan Lanning?
Yeah, he's a crazy one.
Yeah. Wild on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. And recruits St. Louis like crazy.
Yeah. I want to be a college coach.
To the chagrin of Eli Drinkwitz.
I
wouldn't mind being an assistant college coach.
Kind of stay out.
Maybe making 1.2.
That's fine with me. I want to be a college quarterback at LSU, and then turn into a coach, and then get fired.
LSU's rough, man. You got to win a lot of games there, or you're gonna get run out of town.
Yeah, no, I know. But I want to win games.
No one expects you to win in Arizona State.
You're right, dude. This Arizona State thing. Yeah,
no one
you're right on
expects you
that.
to win.
Nope.
When
even
you're
hockey's badass down there. I'd play down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
When you're in a public university in a state that has a lot of farm, and your assistant coach is the third highest paid person in the state.
Yeah.
You're an assistant coach and you're top 5. That says the power of football.
Man, oh man. Yeah, even driving I remember going up to Des Moines, Iowa a couple times for hockey. The whole town smelled like manure. Like it did. We're like, oh, God dang. You probably just get used to it up there, but the whole town did. Crazy.
Went to Iowa City one time in college. Actually, a really, really fun town. Really fun town.
Iowa City?
It's where the University of Iowa is.
Oh, okay.
Great college town. Bar scene.
Would you live in Iowa?
Bar scene's really solid.
Would you live in Iowa or Nebraska or anything like that?
No, I don't. Well, mainly because
it's walkable. What if it's walkable?
No, it's not. You got to drive everywhere.
You live right by the town.
Yeah, but you could get
the town is
50 acreage.
Yes, but living right by the town is 15 miles away from the town.
You could buy 100 acres there.
No, I listen. I'm not going further north than St. Louis. I refuse. I'm not going further north than St. Louis.
You would live in Michigan?
I'm not going further north than St. Louis unless I'm on the western seaboard because they don't get snow.
Yeah. You don't like winter, do you?
I hate winter.
I hate 110-degree weather for 3 weeks straight. That's worse than,
in my
opinion.
They don't get that in St. Louis anymore, baby.
Not in a couple years. We did a couple years ago. You're damn right. We did a whole month of July was over 110 freaking degrees.
I cannot
and
deal.
Humid.
And that my bill was so.
I can't deal with anything with cold weather than what we get. Anything colder than what St. Louis gets, I would lose my.
I think I'm just.
I lose my
man.
religion.
I like putting a fire on, dude. I don't know. My house is more comfortable when it's cold outside. That's how I look at it. Every day, like it's cold out, you just snuggle up, put a fire on.
There's nothing good about being cold. When do I get sick? When it's cold.
Hot.
When do I have car trouble? When it's cold.
You had car trouble when it was hot.
That was just a battery issue.
It's not the starter?
No, it was just a battery.
Okay.
Like
I know what you mean.
There's too many issues when it's cold.
You
man.
get trapped.
That just aren't there in
Ice.
spring, summer, or fall.
Yeah.
Winter it presents all these dumb problems that I hate having to deal with, especially in St. Louis. We're every year now, because it's not cold enough to really be winter, we're going to get one of these stupid days where it's 40 degrees at noon. It rains, but then it's 10 degrees at 9 p.m.
And all
the city freezes over. None of us can go anywhere.
I told you this. I predicted this. I'm telling you. I've been watching these graphs. We're right in the sludge area.
I hate it.
We're going to get nasty stuff going on. Cam, have you ever had Ferrazzi's Pizza on Manchester Road? You damn right. Are you kidding me?
Hockey, Bob?
No.
Shocked.
No. Ferrazzi's Pizza is fantastic. Now, you better call as quick as you can, because they got one phone and they got like a couple guys working that damn thing, and they will not answer the phone for 2 hours.
Yeah, but they're churning out pizzas though.
They are.
It's not like you don't. I like Ferrazzi's because it's great pizza. You can call whenever, and they'll still be able to make you a pizza.
I called for an hour.
La
one
Pizza
time.
isn't like that.
That's what I'm saying. I love La Pizza, but I like that I love having a La Pizza, but there are times when I want pizza and it's 6 o'clock at night and I go, I'm not getting one from La Pizza.
No.
So I like having a Ferrazzi's to lean on when I can't stay in advance.
You go
of my
to
La
one,
Pizza.
but all the way by my house. Is there another one?
Ferrazzi's?
Yeah.
There's been I believe there used to be one kind of close to my house.
I thought there was one maybe in North County, but the one on Manchester Road's way out of the way for you. So
La Pizza has a place in St. Charles now. So if you can't get a La Pizza and you want one, you can drive.
It's only
St. Charles.
It's only Ellisville.
Oh, okay.
That's not that far out.
All right.
It's not that close.
I mean, the last time I haven't had Ferrazzi in a little bit, but I mean, like,
God, is it good?
Oh yeah,
it's good. It's damn good.
What kind of pizza is it?
You know what I used
thin, like Joe Bacardi's.
You know when I got Ferrazzi's multiple times. It used to be back when our studio was out in St. Charles. I hit Ferrazzi's on the way back home a couple times for pizza.
Oh God, that place on St. Charles. Oh God,
yeah,
depressing. I hated that. See, ever been at Big Chief out by me?
I don't think so. No,
pretty good stuff too.
Well, what's the place off Olive? Mike Delaney's is another one that if I'm out there by Olive, I'll go to Mike Delaney's for some pizza.
I had to go do an auction out Bear Creek, so I kind of went through Winsville, which has so many different restaurants. And I saw Hawley's restaurant. Forgot what it's called. Hawley's. It says new management. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't know.
New management, a big sign. Like, oh boy, what's that place called? God. Yeah, restaurants are tough to deal with, man. You put your name on it, and they go
margin.
Down,
it's the margin.
Yeah, God almighty, you better sell booze.
That's why you need a deli.
I hear you.
Cam's Deli,
man.
DeGeneres Wombat says Pizza Go-Go is my go-to spot. It is also my go-to spot because I am a South City guy. I've been obsessed with Pizza Go-Go since I randomly discovered it like 6 or 7 years ago. And because it's perfect, because if I'm at home and I want pizza, I go to Pizza Go-Go. If I'm here and I want pizza, because I drive past the 170 interchange. If I'm here and I want pizza, I can go to La Pizza really easily. It's right on 170.
Yeah, so, but they might not have any.
Oh, when I leave here, they have them because I'm leaving here at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock some days.
I've been there.
I give them a call,
and they said we're backed up getting tonight's orders ready.
You ever go to like in New York, Joe's or Luigi's or?
I think I've been to Luigi.
Yeah, where it's probably ranked like 9.8. Just
two best pizza I ever had. Max at the Jersey Shore.
Oh God!
And then in Delaware, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name, but
it's just different over there, dude. I don't give a damn. You guys can come at me all you want. I love Ferrazzi's. I love Joe Bacardi's. Give you a shout out. It's just a different taste in the East Coast. I'm telling you. You will really notice it. Brett Hall's at Junction House. That's right. New management. Never been there. Looks pretty cool, though. All right. Let's go to break. We're going to regroup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
What do you mean you've seen this? It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins. buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rearview.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. St. Louis Sheriff Alfred Montgomery is facing new calls to resign after a judge ordered him jailed for violating bond terms. Mayor Kara Spencer called the situation absurd and urged him to step down. Colonel Yosef Yasharallah is now serving as interim sheriff. A woman was shot and killed early Tuesday in a rideshare vehicle outside a mobile gas station in North St. Louis. Police say 29-year-old Trinity Staton was shot by her boyfriend, 31-year-old Jeremy Northcross. After an argument, he's now charged with first-degree murder. A man was hit and killed by a car Tuesday night on Halls Ferry Road in North St. Louis. Police said the driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating. The investigation continues. St. Charles City and County have struck a deal to trade City Hall for major infrastructure investment. The county gets the current City Hall building while pledging over $4 million for road upgrades near the future City Center complex set to open by 2026. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Things look good today and tomorrow. We do have a cold front coming in with some rain on Saturday. For now, we'll stay sunny. We're headed for the low 80s. A little windy overnight with a few clouds and 60. And then we get a mix of sunshine and clouds on Friday, low 80s on the afternoon high. For Saturday, showers and thunderstorms, upper 70s, sunny on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know and help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank is a team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank, they're your business partner.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
These two men here, are they with you?
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yo, let's go. 9:51, baby. Let's go. Whoa, man. Somebody said, you guys need to check out this place, Cam. You're exactly right about the East Coast pizza. Every time I go to the lake, I go here on the way. Oh, it's in Fulton. It's called Brooklyn's Pizza. It's not going to be the same.
The thing is,
it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same.
The people in La Pizza are New York trained. The guys who run La Pizza went to New York, worked in pizza places in New York for like a decade, and then came back to St. Louis and started making the pizza here.
All the best chefs.
That's why it's the best in St. Louis.
All the best chefs in the world go to New York. Sorry, New York probably has the best food in the world.
I put my laptop. I actually moved it because I'm doing a podcast called Serving It Up. We're putting a new one together in the can, as Matt Holliday would say. But someone said Hardee's has a great breakfast sandwich, Frisco melt, and I saw that. I've had it. It's good.
Hardee's?
No, I'm
Gino's saying they have the best fast food breakfast out there, and I've heard that before.
Hardee's?
Frisco.
Yes. Where's a Hardee's at anymore? Hollow Springs?
There used to be one over there, and it went out of business.
And here's how I know they have one of the best breakfasts, because they literally do Dave Glover's show over on KMOX, very successful show over there. They do like remotes at Hardee's. I think it's based around like the breakfast.
Where is a Hardee's at? In House Springs they got one. I used to get the
one
little
on Hampton.
NASCARs.
There's one off Youngerman.
Well, you do know where these fast food places are.
There's one.
I ain't going
You're
to
the Brody of fast food chains.
Where's the other Hardee's? I'm just thinking. I got Hampton and I got Youngerman. I'm trying to think anything in between.
Yeah, I know the one on Hampton.
Those two completely different areas. I mean, there's got to be another Hardee's somewhere, but I'm blanking on one. I can't think of another Hardee's.
Yeah,
I got to go to the map.
They're around. They're just not by me.
Where am I missing one?
Hardee's
There's
breakfast.
got to be one in like South County that I'm not thinking of.
Oh yeah, if there's going to be a Hardee's, it's.
Oh
South
wow,
County.
they actually really aren't anywhere in Mid County. Holy crap!
Do you ever see anything?
There's
from
one
Hardee's? Commercials, anything?
There are two Hardee's within the 270.
We got the meats. Isn't that Hardee's?
No.
Oh, that's Arby's.
That's Arby's, baby.
There are only two Hardee's within the 270 loop in St. Louis. There's the one on Hampton.
They used to be gigantic.
And then there's the one on Melville. But just outside the 270 loop, there's one just outside, just past 255. There's one on Gravois and Fenton. There's, let's see here.
Gravois and Fenton.
There's one off 44 and 141. There's another one in Twin Oaks off 141. So there's a bunch actually outside of the 270 loop.
They just don't. Do they promote anything anymore? I don't see any of their commercials.
Yeah, they don't really have the sexualized burger commercials they used to. They used to be
that's right.
A Camaro, Paris Hilton,
and she's like
eating the burger,
and I'm like, I want one of those.
Yeah,
that worked.
Yes. Oh Jesus.
Something like sex sells, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's funny how that is.
Amis down the street from you guys is strong. I've taken takeout from Amis. It's good.
Amis? Where's that at?
Right on Manchester. That way. That way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Science is pointing out at me.
Pretty good. The food there is pretty good.
Somebody said that science should replace tuna.
Okay. No.
Science could have his own show. You damn right. I'd listen to him all day.
Maddie's coming in tomorrow.
Maddie's coming in tomorrow. Woo! Maddie's coming in tomorrow. We'll get a little Friday show.
Let's go.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah, Amis is just past Barry.
What is it?
It's an Italian restaurant, old school.
Oh yeah.
And I've gotten takeout there. Very good.
I like one of those old Italian places.
Me too.
Hole in the wall
with the wood paneling.
Yes, that's when you know the food's gonna be good. I don't like the bright. You just go in those old school freaking.
I'll say again.
God,
my favorite Italian restaurant outside of like the sandwich places like Grassi's or Adriana's. Adriana's number one. Giantoni's.
Giantoni's, yeah, that's Patty's,
and that's old school.
That's Patty's girl, Francesca's place, right?
We also
Giantoni's.
I don't know.
We also got a chat here.
No, it's Charlie Gito's.
That asks where the hell are the Steak and Shakes? There actually are a lot more Steak and Shakes than you think.
100%.
Because there's two on Watson or just
one
off,
now.
No. Well, one of them is just off Watson on Lindbergh.
Okay.
It's like literally 10 feet off of Watson on Lindbergh is one Steak and Shake. You got another Steak and Shake down Watson on Elm. You got another Steak and Shake at Hampton in Dogtown, right where I'm at. You got another Steak and Shake on
guy's
Watson. On
Brody?
Watson after it turns into Chippewa down in the city, just past Kings Highway. There's another Steak and Shake, and now
they had a good thing going, but they all went under.
Now I'm looking at
a lot of them.
Now I'm looking at the map.
Now do Arby's.
Now I'm looking at the map, and I missed. There's one.
Wendy's.
There's a Steak and Shake over in Melville, and there's a Steak and Shake up in St. Anne, and then there's a Steak and Shake right next to the
Steak and Shake had a good product.
Airport.
Steak and Shake had a damn good product.
I just Googled some because I heard that the Taco Bell taco meat isn't real meat and that it's full of binders, but it's not true.
It's not true.
It's like 88% real meat, and they put binders. Binders aren't chemicals. They're like oats and stuff to make it congeal into like –
yeah.
So it's not as terrible as I thought it was.
I had a Dorito
Arby's?
taco the other day. It was gosh dang good.
There used to be an Arby's on Limburg just past Vianney, but now it's not. It's one of those damn coffee places that keeps.
What is
popping
going
up.
on with these damn coffee places? I'm getting sick of it.
Okay, there are these two drive-up coffee places. There's these two drive-up coffee places. It's the same company. There's one on Limburg just past Vianney, and there's one down in the city, just past the Panera and the Arby's down in the city. And they're these drive-up coffee places.
Yes.
And they're like 40 cars deep.
Huge.
At every moment. I drove by at noon.
Huge.
40 cars deep. What are you people doing?
I don't know. They're everywhere. They're popping up
everywhere.
all over in Wildwood too.
We drive an hour from
Getting
one of
sick of it.
Tyler's games. They have one of those things in the middle of
heck's
nowhere,
going
and there's
on?
20 cars in it.
What's going on?
I want anything else but that. You know?
I want
It's
an
like that.
Arby's. I want an Arby's.
Coffee place bank. Coffee place bank. Getting sick of it.
That's the setup down in the city.
Coffee place bank.
The coffee place took over the old
and no one's at the bank
there used
either.
to be a bunch of car wash stalls right there.
Oh, yeah.
And they took over there right next to a bank, and yeah, it's packed.
One
every
other
day.
thing. In an airport, I like microbrews. That's fine. Or all these local taste and flavor places. Give me a chain fast food place in an airport because I know what I'm
I
getting.
want Jack in the Box, and I want their tacos, and I want them now.
Damn, I want Jack
and
in the
I
Box
want
now.
them
You son
now.
of a- Why would you mention Jack in the Box?
God, their tacos are damn good because they're fried.
That's the big one. Is
monster
is the
tacos.
one on Leclerc
God.
Station the only one left?
Man, Jack in the Box kicked ass. They're all going under.
This is important.
And the lowest rent is Checkers.
The Jack in the
Checkers
Box
is the lowest.
Okay.
Haven't done that.
It's called Rallies in St. Louis.
I like
Find Your Culture.
What about Sonic?
Jesus?
You like Checkers?
I love
Find Your
Rallies.
Culture.
Rallies fries are really good. They sell them at the grocery store.
No,
The Rallies fries are in the grocery store.
Crinkle
aisle.
cut?
No, they're a straight cut, but they're seasoned. We got to go.
All right, we gotta go. Love all you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's Will to Win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so